welcome to my channel. Now it's a little bit of a different video today because I'm taking part in This is Vlogmas tour. This is a vlogging tour that Laura from Specky Seamstress has set up, and it allows me to join in with the whole Vlogmas idea, but I just can't commit to every day filming along because life's just a little bit busy like that. So I'm actually joining in today, and I've chosen today because today is my day off. So I'm going to take you along to show you what I get up to on my day off. And a little bit more about this special dress. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. Now, I want to say a big thank you to Laura for setting up this whole tour. She's put so much work into it, and I've just watched the previous day, so that was Karen from So Little Time. So if you're watching this on the playlist, have a look back at that. And tomorrow will be Hayley from So Hayley Jayne. So if you want to watch all of them in order, go and have a look at the playlist and then you can watch them back. Now, if you are new to my channel, hello, my name's Adelle. But if you're normally on my channel and you don't know what I'm on about with This is Vlogmas Tour, have a look back at the links below in the description box and that will tell you all about it. So, December is here. Today is the 12th of December, and like I said a moment ago, Thursday's on my day off. So I'm very lucky to only have to work 4 days, so I get a day sort of, well, it's meant to be all about housework, but don't tell the husband. I actually get a lot of my sewing done on my day off, and it just allows me just to feel instead of always going 100 miles an hour. So I really hope you like my vlog today. I'm going to show you around, and I'm also going to do a little bit of a tour of my sewing room, and I'll take you along and show you what it's all about. Now on my day off, I normally start my day with a big walk for this little monkey. Say good morning. It's the only way I can get anything done in the afternoon because I need to completely wear her out. We've come to a place really close to me called Moira Furnace and a Canal, which is a regenerated site for the old pits that used to actually be here, and it's really beautiful. So let me take you along. Are you ready, Summer? Summer! Oh look, she's desperate to go out. Now, the first part of our walk is the woods, and she absolutely loves it. Look, can you hear her? Where is she gone? Look, there she is. Off she goes. I need to make sure that I don't slip and slide. But I've got my cup of coffee to start the day, and I'm all snugly warm, and hopefully we're going to have a very sleepy puppy later. Fingers crossed. Now, I'm going to be quite honest that having this puppy has changed our life. It's been a massive impact. It was a big family decision that we made. So my husband and my children were really keen, and we sat down, we said plus minus, and even though we considered it, we have still found it a huge challenge. I suppose it's just like having a baby really, isn't it? But do you know what? Out of all the hassle and all the difficulties we've had, I've loved her. I have fallen in love, because I was the one that was really like, no, we're not having a dog. Now I'm the one who's always like, oh, hello Summer, hello my baby. Look at the measuring. Are you having fun? See? I'm the one with the baby voice when I talk to my dog. As well as the beautiful walks that are over there and the canal that's just further over that way, they've preserved some of the old workings of the mine. So these are actually the lime kilns, and over there is the actual furnace, and it's got a little museum in there that you can go in at weekends and during the summer. But she loves to explore these little alleyways and little caves. Come on Summer, shall we go in? Let's go. Now my girls love coming to play in here because they find it all so spooky, and there's little tunnels, but I'm far too big to go through there. Summer! There we go. Now coming out to walk really just lifts my mood. I know it's so typical to say, fresh air helps you think better, makes you feel better, but it's so true. And having this little one, see, she's not tired yet, summer, but having this little one has really helped me get out and clear my mind on what would normally be quite a horrible, cold, wet day. Now, we've lived here in Ashby in Leicestershire for 3 years now, coming up to 3 years. And I was really lucky that when we bought the house, there was a spare room. And my husband has allowed me to turn this room into my space. And I'm really lucky. Although, as you'll see in a minute, I actually have to show it with the ironing as well. So, I'm going to take you on a little tour. Now, we've been doing this house up because we've had to completely gut it, start from afresh. And my sewing room and the kitchen are the last 2 rooms to do. And I want the kitchen to be done properly, so it's going to be a bit of a wait for that project. And I can't do my sewing room because it's directly above. And we want to do some structural work. So it wouldn't make sense to do this room up and then have to sort of take it apart to get through to the joists. So I'm going to take you on my sewing room tour and show you my little space of just tranquility and a place where I get to hide away. Let's go in. The ironing is over here. You will not see it. It's overflowing. I've not got round to it. Right, let's start here. So these are some photos of some memories. Now this is me and my husband years ago in 2007. Look how young we are when we went on our honeymoon to Hawaii. There's another Hawaii photo. And this photo is of me when I was 16 for my friend's 16th birthday. We did a murder mystery party and there I am, I'm the police officer. And this photo is of me and my husband when we were just about to go out to a wedding. And this is the first time I ever wore this sequin Betty dress. And I think this is almost the start of my dressmaking journey. I absolutely love that dress. And I've just... oh, it's just bringing back so many memories now, just looking at that, how proud I felt that day. Right, this is just a bit of a dumping ground. I apologise now, the state that it looks. So my books are down there, and here is another memory. So I made this when I was at school, when I was 10, and it's some weaving. So I did all this weaving and I made it into a cushion, and it stayed at my grandma's in one of the rooms that I used to always sleep in, and my grandma gave it, well, passed it on to one of my daughters, so it's come back home, and it's a bit of a limp cushion, but I absolutely love it, and it just sits here on the shelf. I need to find something better actually probably to do with it. Now this is how I actually store my PDFs, so I put them in plastic wallets and put them in these lever arch files. And my sewing box just with junk, don't want to look in there. Monopoly. Right, I do not cheat at Monopoly. Everybody in my family says I cheat. I don't. I'm just obviously quite good at it. But yeah, Monopoly is a favourite that we like to play. This is a card game that we take camping with us, but we've got quite a few different versions of Monopoly. I have to say it does always end in tears, but oh, isn't that part of the fun? And there we go. Now this is more of a working space for me. So let me start from the top down. This is Sally the singer. She's a hand-powered singer vintage that we rescued from a charity shop. We got it all cleaned up. So that's a working shelf with my iron and things. And this is how I store my paper patterns. Now, I don't have any system here. They kind of just go in, and every so often, especially when I go to a sewing meetup and there is a swaps table, I go through this and sort any out that I don't really want. But yeah, there's some of my favourites in here, and some that I said that I was going to do, I've never actually got round to. Now this box is a working box. Honestly, it's a bit of a mess in here. All my bits and bobs, like my greaseproof paper that I do my tracing on, glue, a little bit of fabric actually in there, I didn't realise that was in there, my tripod, things like that. Oh, let me close that properly. And these 4 boxes are where I actually put my fabric stash. So let me show you a little bit. So here we've got some fabric. Now I don't have a system. I did try and sort it out, so I had wovens and jersey in another, but that's kind of gone to pot. There's not much in that one. Not much in it either. I don't actually have a massive stash of fabric. I'm quite good at, when I buy fabric, having something in mind. But some of this has been here for a while. Oh, look at that green. Now, I've never worn green before, and I'm trying something new. So I've got that. I picked that up from Barry's in Birmingham. I think it was a bargain. I think it was like £2 a metre. It was amazing. And these are going to be some pyjamas. My veggie pyjamas from Leeds. I love them, I love them. Right, so there's my fabric, and here is where the magic begins. Okay, so this is my actual working space. Now, let me start again from the top. This is my pegboard. I don't have a system. I see some people having beautiful, organised pegboards, but I can't seem to do it. So I've got my scissors, my tools. I always have a headband because sometimes my hair gets in the way and I just have to get it out of the way. Another reminiscing photo, there's me in cross country, and a few other little bits and bobs. I've tried to Christmas it up with some of the decorations that are currently being torn off the tree by Little Summer. Now, I've tried to do a few decorations because I haven't decorated this room. We haven't gone full out with the wallpaper or even repainted it since we moved in. But I wanted to make it a little bit more special. So I got these from a swaps table. They're vintage children packets, dress packets. And I just cut them out and framed them. And then my sister-in-law, who also bought me this, honestly, she's so creative, she also got these printed. So much fabric, so little time. I'd rather be sewing, yes. And Adelle's Happy Place. Thank you, Terry, for those if you're watching. And that's all that. And then let's have a look at my sewing machine. So I've got an overlocker here that my stepmom bought for me as a surprise. I hadn't even considered an overlocker, and she said, Adelle, I've got a lovely surprise for you. So I'm very, very grateful for this. So it's the Brother Lock 734D. I think she just picked it up from Argos. I don't know how much it is, I'm afraid, but it's been brilliant, and I don't see myself replacing it in the near future. Oh, look at that print. You are as great as dress with pockets. Oh, yes. And this is my main machine. So it's the Janome DKS30 Special Edition. It's a computerised one, and when I've been doing the sewing school at sewing club, at school, the one thing I'm really missing is this thread cutter. I don't realise actually how much I use it, but it's got some good sort of stitches. Buttonholes, yes. Right, sometimes we are friends, sometimes we fall out over buttonholes, but it's been a great machine. It's been a great machine. Now this is, let me put that out of the way so you can actually see. This is my sewing box, which is almost the one that contains everything that I need to hand. So my feet, safety pins, new pins, my seam ripper, and I have lost my better seam ripper. I don't know where that is, look. It's probably on strike because I was using it too much. And then under there. And here are two projects that I am currently working on. I've got them cut out, ready to go. Right, you little mouse can go there. And sitting on my chair, ignore the mess, but sitting on my chair is some fabrics that have just come off the drying line, so they're ready to be ironed before they go into my stash. Now let's talk about this dress. So this is the dress that I'm doing with a collaboration with Juliet from So Naturel. We both chose some fabric from the Minerva website, and she chose me this jacquard fabric. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's got tropical flowers on, and we both set ourselves a challenge that we would make a festive dress. So I'm actually going to wear this on Christmas Day, and it is the By Hand London Elisa Alex dress. So it is a princess seam bodice. Turn it around, show you the back, a nice sort of scoop at the back as well, and then it has the tulip skirt on the bottom. And even though it's finished, I still need to do something with it because the length of it. I'm going to put it on and show you in the mirror and see what you think. But the length is just below my knee, and I quite like my dresses to be on or above my knee. I still haven't decided. I finished it at the weekend and it's been sat on my dress form ever since. So I think today might be the day that I make the decision and I take it up a little. But let me put it on and show you in the mirror. But yeah, there is my sewing room. My little space away that I can create all my clothes and just enjoy myself. Here is the dress on. It fits lovely on the bodice. I was a little bit worried because this jacquard fabric has a slight amount of stretch, but it's fully lined. Now, it's such a miserable day, so I've got to have the big lights on, so it doesn't give you the bright impression of the colour, but it is beautiful. Here is my dilemma. It sits below my knee, or just below my knee, which my husband says looks very elegant and sophisticated, but I don't know whether I should just up a little. I'm not sure. I'm going over to Vicky's house tomorrow with some sewing ladies. We're going to have some drinks and I might actually ask their opinion because it's always good to get another opinion. But there it is on. Oh, there's the back. But I absolutely love it. Now, if I don't actually do this up, I've actually got enough time to maybe have a go at one of my projects waiting. All the choices. Do I do this or do I sew something new? So I went with something new. This was sitting on my sewing table ready. It is the I Am Patterns, I think it's called the Coupillon sweater. I'm not great at French, so I apologise now. But it's a simple crossover top. It's quite short than I thought it was going to be, but it's actually really nice for layering. So I might even be able to get away with wearing this for work. I quite like it. This is what a Christmas tree looks like with a puppy. As you can see, all the decorations have had to be moved up to the top and the bottom is bare, and we've now reached the point where it's got to go outside because some of our really sentimental baubles, let me show you. So every year, the girls and I and my husband, we all choose a bauble. So this was the bauble that I chose this year. We've got ones for when the girls were little. And let me show you one of my favourite. Now this one is from my grandma's tree. Let me take that bit of tinsel off. From my grandma's tree. I remember putting that on her tree when I was a little girl. So the other year when we went and helped put theirs up, she said, Adele, take it home with you. So it's on our tree now. And I can't bear it anymore with having to rescue these decorations. So today, later on, I'm going to nip down to B&M's and buy just some cheap baubles and some cheap lights. And this tree is going to go outside because also she's chewed through the wires and it no longer lights up. Honestly, we do love her. We do love her really. But yeah, if you want to know what a Christmas tree looks like when you've got a little puppy, here we go. School run time and I've got an important job to do. I need to go and vote. So we are very lucky in the country that we live in that we all get a voice. So I'm going to go and make my choice. Right, last thing to do today is puppy class. Ready for school, Summer?
Yeah.
Now, it's our 4th week of a 5-week course, and we hope at the end of this we're going to have a better behaved puppy because, like you've seen the Christmas tree, Evelyn, what else did she do today?
She threw the Xbox controller.
Yes, and we'd only used it once. Naughty puppy. So, yeah, let's hope, fingers crossed, we're going to have a better behaved puppy. So that's it. My day and my So This Is Vlogmas is done. Thank you to Laura for sorting us all out and organising this whole vlog tour. You need to go and check out all of the other vlogs in the playlist, the ones that have already been done, and keep watching for all the next ones that are due all the way up till Christmas Eve. But yeah, it's been really fun actually having you along on my day. It's been a bit crazy and I am shattered now, but I might watch some of the election highlights to come in first before I go up to bed. But yeah, thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.